Well, the White House cut off funding for the LA Homeless Services Authority. J.D. Vance and his task force want to get to the bottom of alleged fraud in the government. Bill Asaley joins me now. He is the U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California. Bill, we knew something was wrong with their homeless policies because they were spending tens of billions of dollars on a situation that kept growing. That spending of those billions was supposed to shrink the number of homeless people. Instead, that number expanded enormously.
Yeah, no, and it's not millions, it's billions. California has spent $24 billion within one 5-year period to solve homelessness, and the homelessness got worse, it didn't get better. So when I got into this position, one of the first things I did was set up the Homeless Fraud and Corruption Task Force, and that was to figure out where did the money go. And so we just followed the money, and we've already returned 4 indictments. A lot of it went to fraud, a lot of it went to personally enrich people running these NGOs or nonprofits, and that's where the money was going. It was going to fraudsters and not the homeless. So yeah, I think it's totally appropriate to cut off funding, and that the federal government at least stop funding the fraud in this case.
Now, did the NGOs and nonprofits have a relationship with the people who govern this state?
You know, it's a really good question. A lot of them are political allies. A lot of the people who run these NGOs are involved in elections and helping people get elected. So they do have relationships, but whether, excuse me, whether they were aware of the fraud and facilitated it is a different question. And it's one that we're looking at. But a lot of it appears to just be rampant incompetence and negligence. And frankly, they didn't.
It looks like we lost Bill. Bill, are you still there? Okay. Well, we thank Bill Asaley. The Justice Department, by the way, did confirm to Fox that there are multiple ongoing investigations into California Governor Gavin Newsom and his family. William LaJeunesse joins me now. William, you have been reporting on everything that's going on in California regarding this investigation into what's happening with the governor. What can you tell us?
Well, good morning, David. Yeah, so Governor Newsom came out publicly yesterday and did a video talking about President Trump and being a target. Well, number one, the claim that the Justice Department is targeting Gavin Newsom comes from Gavin Newsom, not President Trump. And secondly, while the governor says this attack is politically motivated, court records show the FBI started asking questions about Newsom under President Biden, not Trump.
After calling for my arrest last year, Donald Trump directed his Department of Justice to investigate me. And just in the last week, I've learned that his campaign has reached my own home. To get me, he's coming after my wife, Jen.
Sources say the probe is focused on Newsom's wife, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, a producer of several films promoting gender equity. Well, her State Department of Education, or rather the governor's, recommends her films, and her own state office of First Partner promotes them.
And so what we're driving, and we've been driving from the get-go through California for All Kids and through my nonprofit, the California Partners Project.
Some 5,000 schools pay up to $1,500 to watch Newsom's films, earning her, according to the IRS, almost $2 million in licensing fees, and a second nonprofit she owns received another $2 million. Critics accuse Siebel Newsom of using her prominent status to enrich her family at taxpayer expense. Also, they say she is not an anonymous wife immune from criticism, but an activist engaged in political debate.
He's a con artist, a predator, a malignant narcissist. And she is the worst president in our nation.
Sources say the probe relates to Siebel's taxes and was initiated out of California, not Washington, D.C. Court records also show the Biden FBI asking questions about the Newsoms in 2024 when agents spoke with the governor's former aide, Dana Williamson. Newsom's office says investigators are using the grand jury right now, subpoenas, to obtain their bank records. David?
All right, William, thank you very much. We have U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley back with us now. Counselor, I want to talk about this terror plot that was thwarted, thank goodness. 2 people arrested were from California. Is there anything you can tell us about any investigations that you had been making about terror groups operating in California that might have helped thwart this attack?
Yeah, well, we were assisting other districts in this case. This is really a lot of credit to the FBI for uncovering this plot. They identified two of the targets who are in this plot as being in California, and we jumped on this quickly over the weekend. We were conducting search warrants, and we actually arrested them over the weekend. And so, huge success by the FBI in uncovering what really could have been a mass casualty terrorist event at the UFC event. And so this is the importance of staying vigilant. I think someone may have originally tipped off the FBI, and we asked people, say something, you see something, say something, and let authorities know. And then we